What's up, YouTube? How you doing out there? How you truckers doing out here? This is a truckers video right here. Winter's fast approaching. If you guys ain't got them auxiliary inverter generators yet, they sure do help them save gas. See so many people with the little small, not the big. I see them with the big ones, but the small inverter generators. You can get those, put gasoline in them. Nowadays, you can find small diesel generators and get those, or find somebody to put a some kind of cabinet on the frame of your truck. You save a whole lot of fuel with that. If you just get an inverter gasoline generator and have a cabinet put on the frame of on the side of one of your trucks, you can save a whole lot of fuel like that this winter. I know you guys got that anti-gel ready. Start putting that anti-gel in your truck. You know what? You can get you a big set of heavy duty jumper cables from, if you don't know about Harbor Freight, look up Harbor Freight. You can get you a huge gauge, thick cable. You don't need you don't need to call road service. Hell, you can just pull them jumper cables out from under your bed, out from under your bunk, and jump your own truck from another driver's truck. Same way as a car. You can jump truck to truck the same way you jump a car to car. The only difference is you have to let it charge, maybe 30 minutes sometime. If you have one of those on and off switches that you turn the power to your truck on and off, uh, if you have one of those switches on down on the floorboard on the left side of your truck, turn that off before you jump. It'll jump a whole lot easier. They put those switches on the trucks because the truck has a large parasitic draw, which means it uses a lot of electricity when the truck's not being run. If your truck gonna sit over 24 hours, you need to turn that switch off because your truck has a large parasitic draw, like it's got the computer in it or something, pulls a lot of juice when the truck's not running. You might come back, your battery's dead. Winter time's coming around. You can go to Harbor Freight and get you a 500-600 cold cranking amp load tester. You can load test your own batteries. Load test your battery. Make sure all your batteries are good. It's time now's the time to load test all your batteries and have them load tested. Buy you some heavy gauge jumper cables. Put them in your truck, somewhere in your truck. You jump them the same way as a car. Make sure negative is to negative and positive is to positive, and you got it on steel, not plastic. If you see a small spark after you hook the last cable up, that means you got a good connection, and you have to let the truck run maybe 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes before it actually jump off the truck. But you will save money in road service. Also, when it's super cold, sometimes your brakes lock up. If you driving a truck like a delivery truck and you stop and go, you driving in the snow, you hit the brakes get hot, the snow melts on the brakes, and then your brakes lock, you go in, you do something, you come back, your brakes froze up. If you got a hammer, a small sledgehammer, uh, you got to stop the truck. You got to chalk your brakes some kind of way so that you don't run over your own self while you under the truck doing this. So if you got a combination vehicle, you can leave one set of brakes set and you can release the other. If you got a bobtail or a bobtail or something like that, it's not a combination vehicle and your brakes froze, you're gonna have to chalk your wheel some kind of way. If it's automatic, if it's a standard, you can put it in gear to keep it from moving. But you got to be careful you don't run over yourself. Don't come back to Gorilla Wayne talking about you ran over yourself. Because I done told you got to chalk your wheels. If you're in a combination vehicle, your brakes froze up. Let's say your trailer brakes froze up. Well, you keep the truck brakes set, locked, and you can release the trailer brakes. You keep the brakes on the tractor locked, and you release the trailer brakes, and you go under there. You tap that brake drum with that sledgehammer. Sledgehammer that's got a steel ball on it about that big. I don't know the weights, but it's a nice size hand sledgehammer. It's got some good weight on it. You release them trailer brakes, you go in there and you tap that drum because I guarantee it ain't but an ounce or so of water froze up that's holding them brake pads. You go in there and you tap it a little bit, it's gonna break a loose and you can go on about your business. You don't need no road service or nothing like that for frozen brakes. All it is, a couple of drops of water has frozen those brake pads to the drums. That's all. You go in there and you tap it, it ought to pop loose. You guys know about also. Uh, I pack in my truck a little butane torch, a little butane tank about this tall, about this big around the tank, a little small butane thing with a little heating torch tip on it. You can screw it loose and pack it down in the truck, and you screw it together. It's got a little trigger switch for a torch, and you can use that. You know, don't burn any wires or anything. You can go under there and like heat heat your drum a little bit. See if you can break it looser like that. You got a valve that's leaking. That's leaking air and it's froze. You go in there, don't get too close to it, so you burn the seals in there. But you go in there, get kind of a little distance away from it, just so you can warm it to melt the water, so it'll stop leaking. Also, sometimes people put that they put that stuff in the air system that's supposed to dry the water out. A little bottle of stuff. You read that bottle of solution that's supposed to dry your airlines out, you'll see that it says it's only so much percentage of pure alcohol and the rest is water. Well, guess what? The water's going to freeze up in the airlines. It's going to go through that dryer. It's going to get up in that dryer filter, that air dryer filter, that big cartridge, and it's going to freeze up and you ain't going to get no air through there. I've seen that personally. I've seen that. You have to, the only way to fix that, you can uh, pull that you have to pull that cartridge off and put a new cartridge on there for that to work, or replace the whole air dryer. The guy poured that fluid that you can buy at a truck stop that's supposed to clean the water out your airline. When I pull that air dryer off, all the alcohol just run out, but the water was froze up in the cartridge. So don't put that shit in your truck. The best thing to do to winterize your air system is to have a new air dryer cartridge put on your air dryer filter. It's the cartridge, the big old cartridge, look like a fuel filter or oil filter or something that sits on top of your air dryer. You replace that. That's the best way to winterize that. But don't put any solutions in your air system trying to winterize it because in the ingredients it's not pure alcohol. Also, uh, windshield washer fluid tends to freeze up at extreme temperatures to where your windshield washer stop working. Well, I like to put antifreeze in mine, but it do leaves a little film on your windows, but it will stop your wash fluid from freezing up. I have seen a lady truck driver. She showed me something. She had a big old bottle of pure isopropyl alcohol that she was putting in hers. It won't leave a film on your windows. But I just take some of the company antifreeze and put in my washer reservoir to keep my washer fluid from freezing up. That's what I do. So Well, folks, them a few tips for the road. And guess what? What we gonna do, Mahal?
Hmm?
What we gonna do? We gonna holler at them and say we'll holler at y'all later.
See you
See you.
later.
We gonna holler at y'all later.